Selling a digital product online is not as hard as you might think. And honestly, like I said, anybody can do this. You don't need a degree in coding. You don't need really any education at all. This is something that anybody with a laptop and an internet connection can do from anywhere in the world, which is pretty exciting. There's actually never been a better time to start a digital product business than now. It's just so many tools available to help you get started and so many customers online who are looking to make their lives easier by buying one of your products. And to be clear, this is not a get rich quick scheme. If you want that, go buy a lottery ticket or some crypto meme coin. This is going to be a business that if you put the effort in, if you listen to everything I talk about in this video and you really dedicate yourself to this, I mean, really like maybe 10 hours a week, maybe 1 hour a week, maybe 40 hours a week, depending on how much time you have. But if you actually do that, you set goals and you do that for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you can be wildly successful. So again, actually thinking about what kind of product we want to sell. So the products, I'm going to give you 8 examples here just to kind of get you to start thinking about the kinds of digital products you can sell. These could be any kind of art. So songs, if you're a musician, that's a pretty obvious one, I would say. Art, so this could be if you're selling digital art, maybe it's going to be phone or laptop wallpapers. Maybe you have a painting you're going to digitize to sell like that. Maybe you're just making as a graphic designer on Adobe or whatever. This could be ebooks. So if there's anything you really know how to do well and you just want to make like a quick little 40, 50 page ebook and you want to sell that, maybe it's going to be like a cookbook, for example. You can sell that as a PDF, as an ebook, really quite easily later on in the video with the tools we're showing. But again, that's something that you can just make in your free time, work on this cookbook, add images, and build it out like that. Any kind of ebook, there really are an infinite amount of books. Anything that is a physical book, you can imagine, all right, you can make this as an ebook, full length or really small. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be 300 pages. You can make a 20-page ebook, and that could provide a lot of value to a lot of people. And maybe you're selling it for $5 and it solves a problem for people. So that could definitely be very viable. Number 4, this is a really big one, any kind of software. And if you're good at coding, that's great. If you're not, I mean, now is the best time ever for non-coders to be able to make software. You can use a lot of AI tools to kind of build it out for you. So if you have a good idea for a kind of software and just a little program that you find really useful, maybe it's like a little thing you download and helps you with cybersecurity to track when other things are downloaded on your laptop. Maybe it's something just as simple as like organizing your email, like a little software that can help you do that. That's probably the most difficult out of this whole list, to be honest, but definitely has a lot of potential there. Of course, anything that you are educating on, so a video series on how to do something, anything you're good at, if you want to sell it as a course, that is of course a digital product as well. Oh, and number 6, this is a really big one. This is probably my favorite one here. This would be any kind of template. So if you're using Notion, you can make Notion templates. Like Thomas Frank, he has been doing this, selling his Notion templates, and that has been a huge part of his business for the past, I think, 3 years now. It's a digital product. He's just selling a template, but it's something that if you have a powerful software that a lot of people use and you built out a nice little structure, you're saving them hours and hours of time, and you cost them maybe $10 or something like that. A lot of people are going to be willing to do that. And it doesn't have to be Notion. It could be OneNote, it could be Excel, it could be any kind of template you're making. Maybe you're just making resume templates, maybe you're making business card templates. You can make these in Canva. Anything that you're able to make, spend some time on, and you're like, this is a good layout, this is really useful, and a lot of people might want this, that could be a perfect digital product. Number 7, any kind of theme. So if you're making themes for, say, Shopify or WordPress. And then, of course, number 8, anything that is printable. So this could be just a general layout that people are going to print out. Maybe it's like a journal. Maybe it is a workout plan. Maybe it's a custom workout plan. So not really the most scalable digital product, but more of a service product combo. So somebody tells you what they need and you come up, or maybe you just have like 8 different options and you suggest the right one to them. So they have, a workout sheet that they can print out. They go to the gym, they do whatever. Maybe it's like a grocery checklist, like anything that's printable like that. It's going to be generally a little bit cheaper to sell that kind of stuff. But if you have a large TAM, so total addressable market, essentially how many people are interested in buying that, then that's something that could easily that could be very lucrative very quickly. So now we have 3 different lists. You have what you're good at, you have what you like, and you have those product styles that I just gave you, those 8 different product styles. And when you're ideating a product, first, I want to do this just organically, no laptop or anything. Just look at the list and think, all right, what could I do with this? And I recommend kind of drawing a line through all of them, just make a different permutation. So maybe you are good at beekeeping, maybe you like honeybees, and you say, all right, let's look through the different styles of products. Can you make an ebook on that? Yeah, you could totally make an ebook on that. Can you make a software on that? Well, Maybe when people inspect their hives, it'd be kind of nice to have like a little audio recording app that just transcribes it, and then they can have all their notes on their phone because their hands are busy. Like they don't want to be taking out a pen and writing with a giant leather glove. So that's a possibility if you have the capacity for that. Maybe something simpler though. Maybe can you make a printable, maybe a checklist for when you're out there looking at your beehive? Yeah, you could totally do that because let's be honest, there's a lot going on when you're looking in a beehive. Maybe you want to have a checklist that's like, did you remember to look for swarm cells? Did you remember to look for mites and all these different things that, I mean, having a printable could be really good there. And then go down the list. What else are you good at? Are you good at guitar? Well, can you make a video series on how to play guitar? And the idea here is that you don't want to make things that are way too easy. So AI art wallpapers could be good, but because they're so easy to make so many of them, it's going to be a very, very competitive space. You want to use your skills and your expertise as kind of a moat. Like other people don't have the same experience as you. You are good at something that other people want to be good at, and that's a great thing to make a product around.